All right, so both of these equations, as you guys are finishing writing this, both of these equations are what type of equations? Quadratic equations. Good. In other words, they are parabolas. So this blue one is a parabola with a negative coefficient, which is why it faces down. And this red one is a parabola with a positive coefficient, which is why it faces up. They want to know the area of the green rectangle in the picture at the right. So first of all, let's start basic stuff. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Base times height, which means we need to know two things. We need to know the base down here, so we need to know the length of this side. And we need to know the height, which is the length of this side. So my question to you is, how can we figure that out? Now that we know what we need to do, how do we do it? Good. So for the height, we can find where they intersect, so we can figure out what point this is. Is it going to be the x value or the y value that we care about for height? The y value. So if you can find this point where they intersect, it'll be the y value there. And then how would we find the length down here? Good. Find the x-intercept of the blue function. So if you can find this x-intercept of the blue function, then you know this point. But that tells you this entire length right here. What if I just want this little yellow piece? Good. You'll subtract it from the x value that you found for this coordinate. And if you find that, that'll be the length of that. So do me a favor and take a few minutes to try and find this point of intersection, and then find the x-intercept of this blue graph to see if you can find the area of that green rectangle. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you guys really quickly before the bell rings how to solve this problem. If it does ring, give me a minute to finish explaining it, and then I'll let you guys go. So we said that we need to find the point of intersection that's right here. So that's what I did first, was I set these two equations equal to each other and solved for x, and I got x equals 2. Plugged it back in to find the y coordinate and got y equals 6. All right, so this is the point 2, 6. Raise your hand if you got that. Beautiful. And again, if that math went way too fast, you can look at this YouTube video later tonight to see it. The next thing I need to do is find this x-intercept right here. So I set the blue equation equal to 0 and solved for x, and I got that x equaled plus or minus 4. So this one would be the positive one. So this is the point 4, 0. So remember we said we would subtract this x coordinate from this x coordinate, so we can find the length of that yellow line. So how long is that line? 2. And then what about the vertical line? 6. So therefore 2 times 6 is 12. Raise your hand if you got 12 units squared. Beautiful. The rest of you guys can go ahead and take a look at this later tonight.